A lot of times we get asked how to find the nearest color to a certain brand of thread in another brand, or what's the right color to use for a particular logo or whatever. Um, if we look on our screen, we've got a weave I've just started in Pick to Weave of a Vikings football logo. Um, so the trick is to try and get these colours to be exactly the same as the official team colours. So to help that, we've developed a program called colorsearch, which is a free program downloadable from pick2weave.com. You don't have to own Pick2Weave, so it can be used for many other things besides weaving. So I'll go ahead and start color search. And as it comes up, you'll see a disclaimer basically saying that the results can't be guaranteed for many very varied reasons, not least being that different computers display colours differently, different screens work differently, and also it will vary depending on the number of colours in which you're doing your search. If you're only doing a search amongst 10 colours, you'll get different results than if you were doing a search amongst 100 different colours. So we'll go ahead to our screen. So in the case of doing this weave pattern of the Vikings logo, as I said, we're trying to make things as close as possible. So there's three different ways you can search for colours in Colour Search. You can search by their red, green and blue values, which are Windows red, green and blue values. You can search by a Pantone colour, or you can search by a known thread colour, that is to say, if you're trying to match one thread to a different brand in as close as colour as possible. But in this case, we'd use one of the two colours here, or perhaps even use HTML colour. So what I'll do with this Vikings weave, I've actually found previously a website which lists all the Pantone colours for the various American football teams. So you can see in the Vikings with the gold, we either want to look for Pantone 1235C, or in red, green, blue we can go 255-182-18. So if we bring Colour Search back up, I'll just bring it over here so we can see. If we enter 255, 182 and 18, you'll see over this side in our target color window, we've got a very close match to what's displayed on the screen. Now we can go ahead now and select which brands of threads we want to search in. The various main known brands are listed. So I'll go ahead and select all of those, and I'm going to find the top 5 results from all of the listed thread colors. So we click the button and we can see listed in order of priority the closest matches to that particular color. Now, as I said before, bear in mind that these are mathematical calculations based on the red, green and blue value. So if you choose a brand that has no close matches, you may end up with the nearest mathematical match, which could well be a red or a different shade than what you were expecting. So just to demonstrate that, if I remove all of the threads bar the Gudebrod one, then I'll only find the nearest match in the Gudebrod thread colors. Click it again, and you can see the closest match is Sunburst Gold, and then in descending order, various other colors. You can see when we get down to the 5th match, it's really nowhere near it, but it's the 5th closest match within that color range. So other ways that we could search on that, if you didn't have that that particular page that gives you the various colors. If we find a picture on the web, we can capture a screen color. So if I click on here, move the pointer over top of the color I want, and hit the F3 button, and you can see it's captured that screen color over here. So once again, if I find the nearest colors, because the color is slightly different, I'm getting a slightly different result pattern, but you can get the idea. So obviously better to go for the listed colors, and if I go back I can see Pantone 1235C is a listed color. So if I was to search by Pantone color and look for 1235C, once again we get some very close matches if we select a big enough range to search from. If we select a brand that doesn't have a very close match, you won't get quite the results you expected. So another use for it might be that you used to use a Gudebrod thread, for instance, a particular Gudebrod thread, let's say cobalt blue, and you want to find the nearest match amongst some other available threads that you've got. So we select Gudebrod, we select our cobalt blue, deselect anything that we don't have, and find the nearest match. So the closest match is the ProWrap, and so on down the line. Just to show that it does work very closely, if I select Gudebrod, the closest match is going to be obviously the same color, and so on down the line. So the number of threads at which you search in is quite important. So that's about it. I hope you enjoy the tool, and as I said, it can be downloaded from pick2weave.com. Thank you.